Okay, so if you're a UK business that's running on Dynamics 365 Business Central, you are going to want to pay attention. There's a critical new update coming, and today we're going to break down exactly what it is, why it matters, and how it tackles the UK's new payment practice reporting for 2024. So yeah, let's just dive right in. So let me just start by asking a question, especially for all you folks on finance teams. Are you kind of staring down the barrel of a new compliance headache? Because, if you're a larger business in the UK, the answer is almost definitely yes. And that headache, well, it has a name. It's the Reporting on Payment Practices and Performance Regulations 2024. Yep, it's a mouthful, but this new legislation is pretty much changing the whole game for how you report your payment performance. You've got to be ready for it. So what does that actually mean for you day to day? Well, long story short, it means the government wants to see more. The new rules demand way more detail. We're talking about going beyond just saying a payment was late. Now you have to document the exact reason for the delay, like, say, a disputed item on an invoice. It means more accuracy. And let's be honest, that almost always means a whole lot more work. You can really see the shift here. The old way? Oh man, that was all about manually digging for data, fighting with spreadsheet after spreadsheet, and just, constantly running the risk of making a mistake. But the new way, the ideal way, is all about automatic tracking, having your compliance built right in, and getting that guaranteed accuracy. The gap between those two worlds is, well, it's pretty huge. But here's the good news. Microsoft has seen this problem coming, and they've tackled it head-on. So let's take a look at Business Central's automated solution. It's designed to give you all that compliance, just without all the painful complexity. And this is the main takeaway right here. This is not just some small tweak. The whole point is to transform this tedious manual chore into something that's just a seamless, automated part of your everyday financial workflow. So, how does it actually do all that? Good question. Let's pop the hood, take a look at the mechanics, and see how this new feature really works. Now, this is where it gets really smart. Business Central is now set up to automatically capture the exact data points the 2024 regulations require. So we're talking about the total value of payments you've made, which of those were late according to the terms you agreed to, and this is the big one, the percentage of those late payments that were actually caused by disputes. And that brings us to a key new tool, the dispute mechanism. This is a brand new function that's been added right onto your purchase invoices. Its job is simple, but it's so powerful. It lets you officially link a delayed payment to its dispute status right there in the system. So no more sticky notes, no more separate spreadsheets trying to justify why something was late. And you can see just how simple the whole workflow becomes. Step 1. All the payment and dispute data gets tracked automatically, just in the background while you work. Step 2. The system takes all that data and fills out the payment practices page for you. Then step 3, you just export the report as a CSV and boom, it's ready to go. It really is that straightforward. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how, but now we get to the most important part, the why. Why does this update really matter to your business? Let's talk about the strategic payoff here. The benefits are pretty significant. First off, you're looking at a huge reduction in the admin burden, which frees up your finance team to do more important strategic work. Then you get much better reporting accuracy, which is obviously key for compliance. This can even help you build stronger relationships with your suppliers based on clearer communication, which, might mean better terms down the road. And of course, the big one, compliance becomes practically effortless. But really, if I had to pick the single most important benefit, it's this right here. This feature gives you a defensible audit trail. It means you can actually prove that a payment was late because of a real documented dispute, and not just because of bad payment habits. That distinction is absolutely massive for your company's reputation and your compliance record. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the timeline. Because with any new compliance rule, getting the timing right is, well, it's everything. So here are the key dates you need to circle on your calendar. Right now is the time to start preparing and really understand what this new feature does. The feature itself is scheduled for general availability in June 2026. It's going to be part of the Business Central 2026 Wave 1 release. So here is your action item, your piece of homework. You need to take that June 2026 date and put it right up against your own internal reporting deadlines. You have to make absolutely sure you can get this feature adopted and running in time for your next submission. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. The solution to the headache is coming, and we have a date. The only question that's left is your finance team going to be ready for June 2026?